What's that you say? Two videos in one day? Yeah, two videos in one day. This one is a little bit more targeted though. So, as you can see from the title, this is going to be my take on the whole Charter Spectrum versus IBEW Local 3, International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, and the strike that's been going on for the last 2 years. I want to address three things. What's my opinion on the people that went back immediately? What's my opinion on the people who went back after waiting for 2, 3, 5, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, and why I personally do not want to go back without a union contract. And a lot of people have been making assumptions. People have been saying, "Oh, is it your male pride? Is it this? Like, what are you out there for? What are you still, struggling for?" And instead of anybody having to make any assumptions about me, like I say, anybody who's going to watch this probably personally knows me. I'm not that hard to reach. You can ask me, but I'm going to do everyone the favor and everybody who doesn't know why I won't go back to work without a union contract. Because it's over the last like 5 or 6 days, I've got that question at least 10 times. First of all, my opinion on the people who went back immediately, not the people that stayed out for 6 months, the people that stayed out for 6 minutes. Yeah, we all have to eat. We all have, families to provide. But if you put up absolutely no fight, no fight whatsoever, I can't respect that. The people who were caught in between, the people who didn't have union protection and didn't have any choice but to go back, I have absolutely no problem with that. Because you guys, though that particular group of people was caught up in a very, very, very bad situation. People that were hired within 3 to 6 months of the strike who didn't have union protection. I'm not mad at you, and I never was mad at you because you didn't have a choice. You just got a job. The union couldn't protect you because you didn't have enough time in. I'm not mad at you. I'm more mad at the people who had time in, who had union protection and chose to go back immediately. And when I say immediately, I mean within the first, let's be generous because I want to get past the point where we started collecting unemployment too. Within the first 8 months, if you went back within the first 8 months, like you had no after, and I'm talking about the people who had time in, the people who knew this strike was coming, who had the time to prepare. Now, granted, we all have different situations, and I understand that. But if you had the time to prepare and chose not to prepare, I can't respect that. Now, to the people that held out, the people that held out for 8 months, for 6 months, for 1 year, the people that held out for 2 years and then decided to go back to work. Me, personally, just me, Jinx, I am not mad at you and I understand. I know a lot of people say that a scab is a scab and a scab is always going to be a scab. Scabs are just like anything else, any other thing that could be classified as a group. Not everyone is made the same, and I am not mad at that. The people have had family emergencies, people have lost houses, people have lost cars, people have lost their place to live, their livelihood. And when your back was pushed up that far against the wall, I am telling you, I am not mad at you. I understand. I had a full-on breakdown myself. And luckily the support system that I have and the friends that I have worked me through that. And that is a big part also of why I won't go back. And I still, right now, I can tell you, I am still struggling. And every time I look at the fact that I could be taking home right now because of my rank and because I was a journeyman, I can be taking home $43 an hour. And, that's great for quick cash. But everything, like going back to work in that environment, knowing that I've been vocal about this strike, number one, and even though they've gotten rid of a lot of the managers, like the management team there is not the same as it was. So it's not like I have to go back worrying about certain people or a lot of people. But I don't want to go back to that environment with no union protection. The union has done a lot for me. I should have been fired twice during my tenure with Time Warner Cable. I was not. And neither one of those incidents came to management's attention because of the union. We settled business in-house. And I'm going to be thankful for that. Is the union flawless? No. Does the union have a big part to blame in this situation? Yes. There has been terrible mismanagement on both sides. And I can admit that because I've dealt with it firsthand. Do I still work for the union? Technically, yes. Am I currently working for the union? Technically, no. I am on layoff. I've been on layoff since April 19th. So, yeah, I still work for the union. Yes, I'm still a Local 3 member. Yes, I got my goddamn OSHA 30 done. And they paid for it. They paid for my OSHA 30. They're paying for CDL permits. They're paying for pipe bending classes, everything else. So I'm going to still use them. And I am still grateful for those things. But right now, I'm not working. And a lot of people aren't. And it's not even a question of pride. Like, I understand. I understand that $43 an hour is not all that it seems. Because the benefit package that I still have, because I still work for the union, and I'm not making $43 an hour, I'm not making 37, which was what I was working at the time of the strike. I'm not making anywhere near that. I'm making just about half of that. But the benefits package, the pension, the actual medical benefits, I spent 10 days in the hospital. That hospital bill was $25,000. I paid zero. If I was on the medical plan that Charter and Spectrum have come to, I guess, push on the current employees, I don't know what, I don't even want to think about what I would have had to pay. So it's not all just about an hourly rate. It's about everything else. And because of that, that is a large part of why I won't go back without a union contract and without union protection. And like I said, I will say it again, the union is not flawless. They are not innocent in any of this by means. Our business rep is now driving around in a 2019 Dodge Charger, brand new. He hasn't missed a check yet. I missed a check. I missed quite a few checks. But still, that doesn't change the fact that I'm still grateful for the things that I do have. But I can be grateful for what I have and still be pissed the hell off. But I'm in a pretty good mood, so I'm not really pissed the hell off. So for anybody who had any questions about why CJ didn't go back to work, why CJ's doing this, what CJ's doing, this is what CJ's doing. CJ's on layoff. CJ started a YouTube channel. CJ's mental state is better than it's ever been, despite the fact that his pockets are worse than they've ever been. But it's my sanity. It's the most important thing. And I realized that I was forced to come to that conclusion. And dollars don't equal peace of mind. And yes, dollars make the world go round, but dollars do not equal peace of mind. And I have my peace of mind. Am I still worried? Do I know where my next check's gonna come from? No, I don't. But I have options. I can say that I have my OSHA 30. All those BS tests that I took, all 10 tests, whether it be between NCTI or SCTE, those are still, they count as college credits. Those certifications that I have. So I'm not freaking skillless and I'm not useless. But I can't go back to that environment without union representation and union contract. And to the people that say unions are the way of the past and unions are fading away and all that stuff, just remember, without unions, you would not have a weekend. You would not have labor laws. You would not have everything that you enjoy that you take for granted. And if you have a non-union job, no matter what you're doing, that's fine. I'm not knocking anybody's, the way they make money, how you make a living. But I know that I would always want to work with a job with union representation. Because no matter how you may feel about who's in charge of the union or how crooked the union might be, collective bargaining is a real thing. I'm going to post links in the description to the actual NLRB case that's going on between Charter and Local 3. I'm going to post links for any information you want to know about the strike, and I'll post everything else up. But if you wanted to know how I feel and why I haven't gone back, this is your answer. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and take care.